Thank you for coming back and joining me for another video. Today you are in luck because today I have a very special video for you. A how to mix rap vocals tutorial to sound more like Drake, to sound more like Meek Mill, to sound like more of the rappers that rap. In this video, I'm gonna be teaching you some of the key pointers on trying to get that clean in the pocket mix that a lot of you guys are looking for. I know a lot of you guys use FL Studio, so I'm gonna make sure we get that in. Like always, no long intros. Roll the fucking intro. I want to thank you guys for hitting the subscribe button. Recently, the channel has been growing immensely, and it's all because of you. So I want to thank you for joining the family, and let's get straight to the mix. So I'm gonna play a little bit of what the mix sound like, so you can get an idea.
Sure, some life.
Looking in this mirror, reflecting on my dreams. 22 years later, nothing is the same. Looking at my past like, damn, what a shame. Look at what I've done. Wasted too much time partying and having fun. Was it worth it? Not in the least.
So that right there is a little bit what the mix sound. Let's hop in straight to the mix to see what we have on the chain, the vocal chain. It's important. It's important when you're recording into the mic. Besides the pop filter, right? Besides the pop filter, you gotta make sure that you're close enough to the mic so you're getting a clean signal, which is very important when you're recording. That's even before you touch, this stuff on the DAW. Once you get into your DAW, we have a Fruity Parametric EQ2 here. And what I have here is just cleaning the mix, surgical EQ. I'm taking out the bad frequencies, all the harshness in the ear, all the muddiness on the low end. I'm taking out. I'm raising the highs just a little bit. Get that openness, that clearness. I'm clearing out my low end. I have an exciter here. This is called the La Petite Excite. I just boosted the high end just a tad, just to get that flavor, that sizzle on the top end. Great for your mix. This is actually a free plugin if you guys want to check it out. Just type in La Petite, you'll find it. Next, I have an SSL channel EQ. Great EQ. It's basically EQ. I'm boosting the high end. I don't know if you guys are seeing, but there's kind of a trend. The high end is where all of the nice, beautiful tones are. So you kind of want to raise that up so that you're getting the nice, crispy freshness, airiness of, your voice. That's what you want. Boosted the high mids, reduced the low mids just a tad. Next, we have the CLA 76, which is a compressor, great compressor. I'm giving you sauce right here. This is a compressor that a lot of the engineers use, like on your favorite artist. This is one of the compressors that they use. Is an in and out compressor right here. In and out. You just play with the dial and then attack and release. I just set the attack and release to where it fits my vocals. Next, I have the C6. Fantastic plugin. This is a multi-band compressor. You can compress the different frequency ranges. If you don't know about sound is made up of different frequencies, and our voice is made up of many different frequencies. You can compress each range. Isn't that fucking nuts? You can compress each range. Only the low end, compress this much. Only the high end, compress. That's so sick. So this is one of the plugins that I like to use. I compress the mids and the lows, a little bit of the high, so it's not too harsh on the ear. But one of my favorite plugins to use. I have a de-esser on here. De-esser just to tame the S's and the T's and all those shits, because they make a huge difference when you're recording. So they're not super sharp in the ear and like it fucking hurts. Sound like you fucking got shot in the ear. Next we have an NLS channel. Push up the drive, and the drive will give it this distortion sound, and the sound it adds this kind of harmonic flavor to your vocals, and the flavor is just like, it's gold. It's the only way how to put it. Like, it's so gold. It's so rich. It's so warm. It's so like, this is the best way to put it. I use a little bit of that. I use a little bit of that. Next, I have the Rax, or the RAXX. Great, simple compressor. All you got to do is play with the threshold. The lower you put the threshold, the louder it's going to be. This is where my volume comes from. It tightens the whole vocal up, puts it in pocket. Feel me? Sound makes sure all the plugins is like, this is like the glue of the mix, you know, the glue of the mix. Next, I have the reverb on here. I'm using the Reverb. I kind of really like this reverb. You guys should really play around with this reverb. You guys should really play around with this reverb and see what kind of different reverb sounds you can get. But I kind of like the plate setting on 2. I'm going to fuck around with that a little bit more. And then, of course, I have a delay send that's going to my H delay. It's a quarter delay. Relatively small feedback because the feedback loops go forever on the H delay. Analog off. This is another tip. Make sure your analogs are off because the analogs adds noise to your vocals and it's actually disgusting. Don't ever use that in your life. On the auto tune, did I record? Really quick on auto tune. I just use Auto Tune Evo on here. Very simple. I wanted to keep this sound more natural sounding so that you guys don't have to worry about singing. There's not much singing in this song. So the retune speed is at 37. It's just light enough so that it's catching the vocal, but it's not modulating it too much. And that right there is basically it. It's very simple mix. Great song. Great mix. I thought it came out really well. I'm gonna go ahead and insert a clip of it. I actually just released this song. It's on SoundCloud. I did a music video to it, so I'm gonna insert a small clip of the music video so you guys can check that out.
Looking in this mirror, reflecting on my dreams. 22 years later, nothing is the same. Looking at my past like, damn, what a shame. Look at what I've done. Wasted too much time partying and having fun. Was it worth it? Not in the least. Taking time to recover from my defeat. All I'm trying to achieve is in the peak.
I just worked on that song. I released it. If you enjoyed it, I encourage you to go over it on SoundCloud and show us some love. I want to thank you guys for coming and watching. This is the best channel for mixing and mastering and the hardest music on YouTube. I don't care what they say. We are the best on YouTube. You are the best on YouTube. And by the time you're done with me, you're going to know why. Ha! With that being said, I'll catch you in the next video. Later. Dang!